Hello, everyone. My name is Mo Zulfikar, and welcome to another episode of Income Investors. With me today is John Whitefoot with another exciting income pick. If you want to read more about what John writes on a regular basis, you can head to incomeinvestors.com. You can find the link to the website in the description below. Stocks with variable distribution tend to get overlooked by investors because they don't really like the idea of dividends that isn't reliable. And in case of today's income pick, North European Royalty Trust, traded on New York Stock Exchange under symbol NRT. Those are tied to oil and gas prices and supply and demand metrics. But things are certainly looking up for energy stocks and oil prices. Brent crude oil, which is from oil fields in North Sea, entered 2024 trading at around $77 per barrel, with analysts taking a bearish stance on the black gold. In January, Citi Research cut its Brent price forecast for 2024 to $74 per barrel, and the 2025 forecast to just $60 per barrel. That bearish sentiment hasn't helped though. Brent crude has soared almost 18% to more than $90 per barrel at the time of recording. Despite the big gains, crude oil prices are expected to climb even higher, with Morgan Stanley predicting Brent crude will hit about $94 per barrel in the third quarter of this year. JP Morgan, meanwhile, thinks crude oil could hit $100 per barrel by the end of summer. While plenty of energy stocks have been riding the wave of higher oil and gas prices, there are some that have not experienced the same kind of growth, and that includes North European Royalty Trust. John?
Yeah, thanks, Mo. Yeah, the New Hampshire-based company holds overriding royalty rights covering gas and oil production in various concessions or leases in the Federal Republic of Germany. The rights are held under contracts with local German exploration and development subsidiaries of Exxon Mobil and the Royal Dutch Shell group of companies. The concessions, which are known as the Oldenburg, cover approximately 1.38 million acres in Lower Saxony. The Oldenburg concessions currently provide nearly 100% of all the royalties received by the trust.
And its dividend payout took a hit, but is expected to be higher in the second quarter?
Yeah, for the first quarter ended January 31st, 2024, North European Oil Royalty reported total royalty income of just $424,910. That's a massive 95.6% drop from $9.76 million in the same period of fiscal 2023. Perhaps not surprisingly, net income also took a hit, falling 98.1% to $179 million, and distributions per unit fell 95% to just 5 cents. That's from $1 in the first quarter in 2023. The company also didn't pay distribution in the previous quarter. Now, according to management, gas prices experienced a prolonged decline starting in the second quarter of fiscal 2023. The company also had to offset a series of overpayments by the operating companies too. But since the first quarter of fiscal 2024, gas prices applicable to royalty calculations have stabilized. The bulk of the overpayments from 2023 were expected to be fully offset by mid-February. As a result, the scheduled royalty payments in March and April 2024 will not be negatively impacted by carryover adjustments, and the trustee expects a higher distribution in the second quarter of 2024 compared to the first quarter of fiscal 2024. Again, the distribution in the first quarter was 5 cents per unit, or $2.31 per unit on an annual basis for a current yield. It's a pretty big forward yield of 39.55%.
NRT units are up almost 40% over the last month.
Yeah, Brent crude prices have been volatile over the past year, as has North European's share price and distribution. Times are good, investors reward NRT units, but when they skip a distribution, they get punished. If you look at the chart at incomeinvestors.com, you'll notice that NRT units tumbled in early November. That's because the company announced on October 31st there will be no quarterly distribution. Now, this compares to a fourth quarter 2022 distribution of 74 cents per unit. Even though the company previously disclosed it wouldn't be paying a fourth quarter dividend, investors feigned surprise and sent NRT stock 40% lower over the following days. NRT units fell even further over the closing months of the year, which followed the decline in price of Brent crude. As you noted earlier, though, it's been a different story in 2024, with Brent crude prices rallying an impressive 18%. NRT units have responded favorably as well, up 40% over the last month, and they've rallied 28% year to date.
John, thank you so much for your insights. North European Royalty Trust isn't so much of a contrarian play as one that is more geared to patient investors. NRT units are down 35% over the last 1 year, but up 28% since start of 2024. And with Brent crude oil prices expected to climb significantly higher through 2024, NRT's royalty payment should rise, along with its distribution and unit price. That said, income investors will still want to pay a close attention to Brent crude oil prices since it will have direct impact on North Europeans' overall financial performance. And as we have seen, sentiment for crude oil can change overnight. That's it for today. And make sure to go to incomeinvestors.com now to get our free special report on 3 income stocks to own today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. You can find the link to incomeinvestors.com in the description below. We'll be back with more income picks soon, so stay tuned. In the meantime, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.